This is Roger with Crosscut in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2004 Ford F250 crew cab short bed. It's 6.0 turbo diesel, it's 4-wheel drive, it's a Lariat, which is leather, has 157,160 actual miles. It was sold to us by CSAA Insurance in Las Vegas. It was a theft recovery. And we love buying insurance theft recoveries from Vegas because they always look like this, like great. It is on a salvage title due to theft. Basically, the insurance companies do not want to be sued by whoever we sell it to. If we sold to you on a clear title and something happened to you, your attorneys may come back and go, well, CSA has a lot more money than Crosscut. They should have sold it on a salvage title. Then they'd be divorced from this. That's why they do it, to be divorced from the truck. It's all about the lawyers. Anyway, but that title saves you a fortune. So, let's see. We brought it here. We sent it over to Monsoon, our shop. And we discovered some really cool stuff. It's head studded. It's got a bulletproof EGR cooler already. It's got a bulletproof oil cooler and a bulletproof remote oil filter. That's a stage 2 bulletproofing. If you Google it, just Google bulletproof up in Phoenix, famous company. That's an $8,000 package, okay? But we also noticed other things in our inspection. People like to change their batteries in these things and like drop the batteries on top of the radiator, so they cracked the radiator, which it really wasn't bad, but we decided to deal with it. So we got a new radiator. That steering strut that I just showed you is brand new. It had a bend in it, so we put a new steering strut. It got front and rear brake pads and rotors, a brake fluid flush, and a detail. Really cool truck. My job in this video is to tell you what's wrong more than what's right. There's not a whole lot wrong here. Really high tread on these BFGs. You got the dual Fox shock system. We have very expensive power steps over here. Why is this one not on? This one is over there leaning up against the wall. I will put it and the box of hardware in the truck when it's sold, and you can go mess with it. For some reason, when it would come out on this side towards the front, it was crooked and kind of leaning, and I was afraid that somebody was gonna step on it, your wife or girlfriend or grandma or something, and break their neck, and I didn't want a part of that. But I'll show you how it works. We left that hinge on the truck. The other hinge is on the step itself, okay? But what'll happen is, see how it retracts? I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I thought somebody was gonna get hurt, and I messed with it for a while. My shop messed with it for a while. It probably needs to go to the people who install these for a living. We just couldn't figure out the geometry. It was weird. But we decided to stop trying because I thought, you know, why don't we just tell people what's going on, give them the choice of doing it. The driver's side works fine. You have an example over there, which I thought would make it doable for us. This is interesting. So when you do just a bulletproof EGR cooler without the other stuff, you get a sticker. When you do the stage 2, you get an emblem. So he got his emblem. Expensive emblem. That's about $8 grand. So there's the that's how that works, right? Let me fire this guy up, get some AC going. It's gonna pour rain here in about an hour, so we're kind of racing to get our videos done, pictures done before the swamp starts. All right, before we go under the hood, this is our Monsoon automobile. All this stuff will be linked in our ad. There's the VIN, the date the work was done, radiator, steering shock, coolant reservoir, front and rear brake pad. There's the front pads. There's the rear and the brake fluid flush. $1,700. Well, I also scan in all the parts that they bought with their money. That's part of that bill. But I like to show people the parts. There's the radiator, steering strut, another steering strut. So it must have done the upper too. Let's see. I forgot also, it was a theft recovery, so they broke the ignition and the driver door cylinder. So $230 at CNS Locksmith. Here's the auto check, the vehicle history, obviously. There's the VIN. Now, right now they're saying no major title brand. It means that the insurance company sold it really quickly and didn't have time to put a salvage title on it. It does have a salvage title on it. I talked to the insurance company. In 11/22 of 13, it had an accident. but then they say no damage, which usually means they caused an accident and the cops wrote them a ticket. That's usually what that means. There's your theft record right here. And great news, you don't have to worry about rust. It lived in Henderson, probably the driest place on the planet next to Death Valley. 112,000 miles in 2016. Stolen here, 517. Vehicle reported as total loss. Vehicle loss caused by theft. That's how you have that term, right? It's a financial term. 6/6 of 22, it was recovered. Okay. Here is the title itself that they signed off to us. This is a Nevada title. There's your VIN. It was issued to CSAA on 8/19 of 22. Wheel Kinetics, which is DBA Crosscut, with 157/153. CSA signed it off to Crosscut. All that stuff is in the ad, so you can look at it yourself. Transparency is the key here. We don't have to BS anybody. There's people out there who will be just fine with whatever's wrong or whatever's right. What happens that's bad though is when people leave shit out. We don't do that. There's a Ford stamp here. By the way, that's where your external oil filter is, right there. See it right there? Just so you know. New coolant bottle, new radiator. Ford stamp there, and there should be another one right there, and there is. So you know all the parts up here are original? No blow-by at all, which is kind of be expected when you have a motor that's well taken care of. There should be no little or no blow-by at all, and there isn't. Anyway, make sure you tell people about that, because I don't want somebody getting in the back seat. You can just take that off easily, but I wanted to show people that it actually worked, you know. There's your light on and on for the heated seat. Seat forward, seat back, seat up, seat down, front seat tilt up and down, rear seat up and down, window, door lock. All right. That doesn't look like anyone's been in this back seat. Looks great. There's a little tear on the back of this cover. I want to stitch that up from the outside. That'd be pretty easy with a little hook needle. I missed that. Really nice truck. Drove it across town from Monsoon the other day. I really like the way it drives too. Pretty. All right. Window, 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 window. All right, door locks. That's off. That's on. All right. Seat back, seat forward, seat up, seat down, rear up and down, front up and down, tilt wheel, there's that. Let's get some AC here, man. Wow, it's freaking muggy. It's gonna pour soon. I'm not a big fan of Kia Souls, but that one just showed up from detail, which makes my morning even longer. Let's see, radio. CD player, old school cassette, nice. Air's blowing ice cold. There's tow on and off, right? Put it neutral, go to 4 low. There's 4x4 low range. Go like this. Out the gate. And reverse. This is all in 4 low. Boom. That's definitely 4 low. Then we'll go to 4 high. Now the low range goes away on the dash. It's a little quicker now. And reverse and 4 high. Boom. Perfect. All right. Back to 2-wheel drive. 4x4 goes away. Put it in drive. All right. If you come to Tucson to drive this bad boy home, you're going to pay the following. You're going to pay your state tax rate, whatever that is, plus our state tax of 2.7% and a $250 dock fee. But in order to drive home, you need plates and you need insurance. You can get neither on a salvage title. What do? Well, we have to take it to the cops and get what's called a level 3 inspection done. We take that salvage title I showed you and get a level 3 inspection done. With that, we go to Arizona MBD and get what's called the restored salvage title. At that point, we can issue you plates and you can get insurance. Can't do either without it, and that's $200. If you're gonna come and drive it home, there's gonna be $200 to restore the title. We're gonna have to do it. Now, if you pay by wire and ship it out of state, once we receive full payment, we will fill out the title for you with your name, your company's name and address. We will sign it off to you, scan in the envelope and everything. But if you want us to have it inspected and restore the title before it ships out, let us know, and that'll add $200. Okay? So if you come here, you'll pay your state tax plus our city tax of 2.7%, a $250 dog fee, and $200 to restore the title. If you pay from out of state and ship it out of state, all you pay is the agreed upon price unless you want to add $200 to have us restore the title. If you need help with shipping, if you're going to ship out of state, let me know early. I can do it for you. We can roll the price of the shipping into the vehicle. I'm pretty good at it. Although right now, shipping got a lot easier in the last couple months. I think it's because people stopped driving so much, the prices just came down. But it's a little bit easier now than it was 4 months ago. So let me jump on it here. Now, this thing that doesn't have a tuner on it, but it sure runs like it's tuned. So if you're interested in a tune on this thing, they probably head studded it because they tuned it. You know, I mean, that's the only reason really to head stud a truck, a diesel truck, even a 6.0, is because you tuned it and it runs really strong and quick. So I'm about 99.999% it's tuned. Leave a little bit of opening for I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, it's the best running non-tuned truck ever. Okay, so anyway, if you need help with shipping, let me know, and I'll be happy to do that. Okay. What else? Oh, I know. Deposit. Deposit's $500. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until we have a deposit, it will stay for sale. So please make sure you get your deposit in, all right? Last part of every video, I say the same thing, and I will every single time in every single video for 15 years and thousands of videos. We don't have salesmen. We don't have bottled water with our name on it. We don't have, you know, fancy location with a game room and an attendant serving scones and lattes. That's about a half a mile east of here, on the road we were just on. And you could go get that, and you could pay for that. Okay, but in this case, you're saving a fortune because of the title. You're saving a fortune because we don't pay for all that crap, and we don't need you to pay for all those people and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, what we're saying is, at the end of the day, on the day you own it, the only caveat we have is the day you own it is the day that you own it, and you're going to be doing any repairs with your money. Okay? We can't give you all this information, sell it for what we're selling it for. And then have you call us and say, we need a check for $187 for a window motor or a door lock or whatever. We can't make money doing that, and we have a right to make some money too. So every single one of these cars, if you buy them, the minute you're the owner, you're the owner. You know, we give you the vehicle history, we give you the repair history, we give you everything we know, so that you can make a good decision to be the owner. And we also save you a ton of money. All right, so use that money you save to fix your truck regardless of when it breaks. Okay, there's not going to be a time when any vehicle that you ever own won't break. Okay, so we always want to make sure that people understand that. Now, that being said, this is a bad mofo. I like this truck a lot. Okay, but it will break. Every vehicle breaks. Never, ever, ever have I seen a vehicle that doesn't break. So, knowing that, we're just hoping that people understand that that's how we operate. We're not trying to get rich here. We're just trying to make a living. And this thing, just show you all the gauges real quick so you can see them up close. Runs great. Feels tuned. Definitely feels tuned. Very smooth ride. Nothing going on here at all. Anyway, I think that's about it. Thank you for your time.